right, welcome Pisces to your February 2021 Chakra Tarot read. I'm going to take a quick look at the 7 main chakras, starting with your root chakra. So let's take a look. Oh, and there we are already. So Pisces, February 2021. And let's take a look at the root. And we have 9 of Swords. Boy, oh boy, what is on your mind? 6 of Swords in reverse. So there's something here that you've really been hanging on to that is possibly even keeping you up at night. Something's really bothering you. So here's the thing. I feel like there's a particular situation that is, it's actually a repetitive, like toxic situation that you're in, and you're having a hard time walking away from it. And it's almost kind of like, God, why does this keep happening to me? I keep ending up in the same situation all the time, and I can't seem to get out of it. It's something that you know is unhealthy for you, but you're having a hard time with it. So here's the other thing too. If it's not like a situation, a person in a situation, and that you're having a hard time with, there it could also be like a bad vice or habit that you have that is really keeping you in those denser energies in the root chakra, because it's almost like self-sabotaging, and it amplifies the fears that you already have. If that resonates with you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, Pisces? So let's take a look at the sacral. Card already flew out there. Sacral, please, February 2021. Sacral. Okay, that's 4. 8 of Swords in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Empress. And Knight of Swords. So, okay, so you are working on yourself in some respects here. You are acknowledging that there are certain things that you see where you've been holding yourself back, especially like with your thoughts and how you feel. You have also recognized where you've been selling yourself short a lot, and which is a good thing. Now, here's the other thing. I feel like some of you are like, pregnancy is a thing. Okay, I'm going to tie all this together, so just bear with me. Pregnancy is a thing. You're thinking about becoming a parent. You also feel like your time is limited. Like I need to do it now. So here's the thing. There's something here where it almost feels like, if I don't finish like working on myself, I'm going to give my kid like not the best life. If I don't take care of my own crap, you're afraid to pass it on. But so now it's like you're putting pressure on yourself because you're afraid, like, if I don't take care of this, and I'm not going to have the time to be addressing it later. I don't want to screw up my kid. I hope this resonates with you. So for you, Pisces, if this is your situation, then okay. What I would say though is, remember that your kid, your child, your baby has its own journey. They picked you for a reason. They picked you because you'd be able to help them with the lessons that they needed to learn, which means you can't be perfect. As human parents, we can give our kids greater odds, but still, they came here for their own lessons. So don't think that you have complete control over their world, even as an infant. That's just not how it works. You are good enough as it is to be a parent. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else that I'm picking up from these. If like the whole kid thing does not resonate with you. The other thing here that I would probably say is, you know, for some of you Pisces, you might need to be paying more attention to the sexual needs that you have. That's not something that I always talk about, but I'm getting that as well. I think that in some ways you might be kind of bashful and either, you know, like either self-esteem, self-worth issues are kind of holding you back in that department. But Empress energy, she embraces that, you know, as sexual, um, as having sex is a very spiritual experience. It can also be very healing. If it's done, you know, with someone who can really fill that soul, not, I don't know, say soul aspect, but can, they can feel themselves like it's two whole people coming together and filling that interaction with just pure love and trust and authenticity. So there's a thing here, and maybe that's why it's pretty hard, because maybe you feel like you can't draw that particular partner. Understand if that is the case, you might have someone coming in who, you know, who matches you in that degree, and hopefully you guys can go together. And then the sex can be amazing, you know. So don't shut down that part of you. Okay, just trust me on that. Don't shut down that part of you. Solar plexus, please, for Pisces. Solar plexus, February 2021. Solar plexus. Okay. All right, Pisces, you're getting a lot here. So 5 of Swords, Magician, Hanged Man in reverse, and 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's really been trying to get in your space. Someone's really been trying to get you to do what they wanted you to do. I feel like you know, with you've been kind of picking up on that energy, and you're like, no, like I came here to do what I want to do. But you feel kind of caught because it's someone that you care about, and you also kind of look at yourself as the person who is, you know, who kind of bends. Yeah, who kind of bends, and does what the other person wants you to do. But you feel like that's really not who you are anymore, because you're beginning to grow more into your own. You're beginning to have more of a voice. And so so what I would say, Pisces, is boundaries is a big thing, and you might hear me talk about boundaries a lot with the solar plexus, but that is a big thing here. You can stand up for yourself, you know, vocalize it. Even have, you know, when it comes to boundaries are done energetically first, but you might need to actually physically have more of a separation where this other person is not so much in your vicinity, because when they start to crowd you, you get intimidated. And if it's a situation where you might not be in total agreement, you're going to bend if they're actually in your space. I hope that resonates. Okay, heart, please, for Pisces, February 2021. Okay, Chariot in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse. You feel like you missed your boat on something, because I feel like a little bit of regret here, and because it's almost like you had your opportunity for something, and then now you feel like it's gone, it's past. That's not really the case. Something I think is going to come back around here for you, for whatever it is that you were looking at. But what I'm going to say is, when you get the intuitive hits or the downloads, take that action when you feel it, when it's there. Don't sit on it. Don't sit on it, because the next time it may not return. Okay. So I do feel like something is going to come back around for whatever it was that you feel like you missed. But if you missed it that time, then what happens with the decisions that we make, whether we skip something or actually take it and run with it, you end up on a different trajectory, a different timeline. So that's why I'm saying it may not come back around the next time, because that just may not be on your timeline anymore. If you open your heart space to, that's going to be able to allow you to see the opportunity for when it is, or actually when it's coming. And that way you can anticipate it. So opening up your heart space, meditation's really, really good for that. Things that make you feel joyful, things that make you feel in love, things that make you feel, when I say in love, it doesn't have to be in the romantic love, but like in love with your life, or just in love. It could be a pet, it could be a hobby that you have, you could just be in love with something, and that'll open up your heart space. So throat chakra, please. February 2021 for Pisces. We have 7 of Cups in reverse. There is a lot that you want to say, like on a more massive scale, but you're keeping it down. I think that you're trying, but you're still having a hard time. You might be afraid of what other people might think. You might be afraid that of rebuttal, people challenging you, and then you won't know what to say, or you'd be afraid to defend yourself, because then you might be afraid people might not really like what you have to say then. Okay, so, but this is one of the biggest things that we all have to work through, is being able to speak our truth, being able to speak our minds. It's interesting because in the time that we're living in now, where there's so much censorship, more people want to talk more than ever. So, I mean, if that's what you need to do, find the ways to be able to express yourself. Okay, whatever platform it is, we have so many ways of being able to do that. And, you just keep going, right? You just keep moving forward with that until you can really feel like you don't have to censor yourself, right? It's a big thing. So third eye is the sun in reverse. For some Pisces here, your outlook might feel kind of bleak, or it may just feel like there's a cloud over what you were, what you had been envisioning for this year so far. Like you were hopeful, and then a cloud showed up, and you're like, well, I still really am hopeful, but now I'm doubtful. And so, but remember, we are creators of our reality. Remember that we don't have to give in to the chaos and creations of other people. I don't care on what scale we're talking about, on a micro or macro level, we don't, right? That's why I like to say, that that's not on my frequency. I like to use that term now, because certain things don't have to be on my frequency. And when I actually believe that and feel that way, they're not. I don't have to deal with certain things that other people are dealing with, because it's just not going to be attracted to me, and I'm not going to be attracted to it. So continue to clarify this vision of whatever it is, this sun card, because this is the highest card in the arcana. Clarify what it is. Embody that, meaning feel that in your actual body, that this is the real deal. Your future is the real deal. Crown chakra, please, for Pisces, February 2021. Crown chakra, Pisces, February 2021. King of Cups. Judgment card in reverse and Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So you might have held some beliefs here from the past that were really more on like the traditional side. Um, when I say traditional, whether that's like religion, family traditions, family beliefs, and I feel like you've really been kind of turning that around. Um, like, okay, so what I'm getting with this is that it's more of like your intuition is telling you what's right for you now. Like you've kind of questioned things for a while, Pisces, but I feel like you're really beginning to understand what it is that is going to make up like more of the structure of like who you are, in terms of what you think and feel. Okay, and what it is that you want to believe in. So with the Wheel of Fortune though, in reverse, what I'm really picking up on here is that you're looking back in time and seeing what hasn't worked and what has kind of kept you separate from like your higher self and your spiritual connection, and you're beginning to kind of um, I, I guess in a way you can say kind of take out, eliminate what's not working, and then putting in what is. Um, and so there's something here about creativity. It's almost like you're kind of taking different pieces from different places, and then that that work for you, and then putting it together, which is actually a lot of what you know people who tend to be more on the spiritual side, spiritual community. That's pretty much what we tend to do anyway. Um, so this is interesting, and it's great in the crown chakra, because in the crown chakra, this is where we either take the ownership over ourselves, or we end up giving it away to other people or organizations, or whatever the case may be. So this is actually a really, really good thing. Keep doing that. Okay, so for the month of February, if you're starting to see other things that haven't been working for you, or like, I just don't believe that anymore, then great, remove it completely, eliminate it, and you're on your way. Okay, so I hope that this resonated with you. If it did, comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I will be seeing you next month. Thanks for watching.